Cool. So do you know what you're saying?
Do I know what I'm saying? Yeah, I have 3 lines.
Okay.
There's about a 40% chance they'll go in order.
Okay.
Hello, this is Molly Koppel, also known as, or better known as, the 2019 Penny Ward Champion. And you are watching the Washburn Weekly Webcast. And then don't make sure this.
What am I supposed to look at? Am I looking at the...
Just the camera.
A reminder that licensed staff can work remotely this Wednesday, but please don't forget to turn in your grades and your keys to Glenda and Sherry. Keys, grades, and your checkout sheet are due by Wednesday at 4 p.m.
And teachers, please be sure to have your grades in on time. I will find you.
We're happy to have had parent donation funds to pay for breakfast this morning. That was really great, so thank you, parents. Lunch for today and tomorrow will be on your own with an hour provided each day, so folks actually have time to go out. Also tomorrow, there will be an informal town hall discussion with the principal during the lunch break. From what I've been told, this is a chance to ask the principal questions about the vision and the future of the school, or whatever's bugging you today. I'm not sure. I've never done this before, but Pronley tells me it'll be fun.
Here is our PD plan for the next 2 days. Our reflection activities will begin in the auditorium today at 12:30 p.m. Tomorrow we will gather at 8 a.m. in the auditorium where our debate club and ELL students will be selling coffee and donuts as fundraisers. The morning session will be our MTSS and equity work. In the afternoon will be department time with a closing activity all together at 3 p.m. Stay awake.
I'll try. And in not so breaking news, Millers, the painting schedule is complete.
Yay!
Thank you to everyone for your patience and forbearance during this process this year.
Hey, Mike.
What?
What happened to the shipload of red paint that crashed into the shipload of blue paint?
Well, you know, the crews were marooned.
Wah, wah, wah.
Please excuse this interruption for an athletics announcement. The staff dodgeball tournament has been rescheduled for Monday afternoon at 3:30. I repeat, the staff dodgeball tournament has been moved to Monday afternoon at 3:30. Admin, please allow an early release for the players at 3:29. Players, please be ready to go at that time. Thank you.
All right, good morning, Millers. We are here today with Mr. Austin Latexture, who has a new course starting at Washburn next year. Austin, tell us about what you got going on next year.
All right, so next year we're doing a personal finance course, which I'm pretty passionate about. It's basically teaching students how to balance a checkbook, what the difference between a checking and a savings account is, what credit is, how to, invest, ideally how to invest. And it's all the stuff that we kind of wish we knew as we were leaving high school that wasn't taught to us before. So hopefully by the time they leave, they'll know pretty much the basics of personal finance and how to do all that stuff.
How to avoid credit card debt.
How to avoid credit card debt, how to use, interest to work for you instead of against you. It's
how money works.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time.
Excellent. Well, this is something our Millers have definitely been asking for us, so thank you for taking this on.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. This is gonna be great.
I'm super excited to do this.
All right. Thank you, Austin.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Contra, and I think a good mentor should be open-minded.
I'm Christina, and I think a good mentor should be reliable and available.
Hi, we have Ms. Benz here and Mr. Woods and some students who've been working on a special project. I'd like the students to identify themselves now, please.
My name is Kina Paguyo. I'm in 10th grade. My name is Ariel Sylvan, and I am also in 10th grade.
My name is Farooq Badur. I'm in 10th grade as well.
My name is Shamarki Ismail.
Hi, my name is Steven. I'm also in 10th grade.
So we understand there's a special project that's going to be helping our students next year with advanced academics courses. Can you tell me something about it?
Well, it's a mentorship program meant to help students coming into high school and kind of teach them and lead them along the way, and with our experiences and just them being a student of color also.
It's a mentorship program meant for incoming 9th graders who are students of color who are planning to take advanced classes, because an issue that had been found over the course of this last year and this year is that students of color don't seem to have the community that they need or feel like they should have within advanced academics, because there's very few students of color who are enrolled in them. So this program is meant to take students of color who have succeeded in advanced academics, and it should be mainly comprised of juniors next year. It's us who have found success in these programs using our experiences to help students of color who feel like they need it.
We really want to be able to encourage students of color who might not be considering taking advanced academic classes to push themselves in that way, because we know that if they have the opportunity to experience these classes, that they can go really far.
From your point of view, going forward with the plan for next year, what's it going to look like at the end of next year where you would say this was a success?
We just really want students of color be in these advanced classes to feel comfortable and not feel as they're just by themselves, surrounded all by people of white.
You said people of white? Is that what you said?
For it to be successful, I think I would like to see like more students of color in advanced academic classes, and like not just them feeling comfortable, but also just like more variety, and like seeing them like not feeling excluded but feeling included in not just the class but like in school itself.
After the program has run its course over the year, if we have students coming back and we ask them how they felt about the program, if they felt that they had some people to talk to, they had a resource to a resource to find opportunity and feel comfortable in a new environment for them, if they can come back and say that they were able to find that with us, we'd be happy.
Is there a plan to sort of ask the folks who go through it next year to be ambassadors in following years to encourage more students?
Incoming 9th graders will be teamed up with one of these lovely mentors who will be 11th graders, and our goal is when they all become 12th graders and the 9th graders will become 10th graders, it'll become a cycle. Eventually those 9th graders will become mentors as 11th graders and continue the program.
Thanks, folks. Appreciate your time and very much appreciate what you're trying to do for our students. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do we want to have this out?
Whenever you're ready. Literally.
You gonna do a 3, 2, 1 count?
2.
Welcome back, Washburn, with another magnificent Miller.
Let's see who won this week. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my goodness. This card is from 2012. It's Chuck Smith, the best 12th grader I ever taught in freshman class.
Great job, Chuck. Magnificent Millers always come back to their high school and work. Great job. Great job. Great job. Great job.
And a great job.
Hello, Millers. I'm Mr. Pike. You may know me as this week, the last full week of the 2018-19 school year, the staff of the week. Now, I'd like to take a few moments and discuss some things with you that are very, very near and dear to my heart. Me. I got the staff of the week righteously in that last full week, because I think everybody truly believes that I am not just the staff of the week, but the staff of the year. Nah, I'm just kidding. All right. So this is how it goes, guys. All right. I'm very thankful for being the staff of the week. I love everybody here. I think it's great. I think it's been a lot of fun. I think the only reason I'm staff of the week is because our staff is not weak. Our staff is strong. And without their support, I couldn't do what I could do. So, even though we don't have school next week, I wanted everybody to know, both staff and students, that I do want to honor a couple of people and have staff of the day on Monday and staff of the day on Tuesday. So my staff of the day for Monday is going to be Katie Vandenhoevel. She's awesome. You're awesome, Katie. My staff of the day for that Tuesday, though, is going to be somebody near and dear to my heart. And this time it's not me. Miss Ludmilla Dorfman, you are my staff of Tuesday. Thank you, Millers. Signing off, Mr. Pike.
morning, everybody. Welcome to another Washburn Weekly Webcast weather report this morning. Oh, I think I gotta come down here. Chuck, we really gotta increase the budget here on this production. We can't even get a green screen that's tall enough for me. Alrighty then. We have a storm coming in this morning. It's a class of 2019 storm. They're ready to go. They've gained strength and smarts over the past 12 years, and it's just getting bigger and bigger, as we'll see. It'll come up across Minneapolis, down into South Minneapolis, right here at Washburn. That's amazing. We have Jim Schmidt out in the field checking out what's going on and how the storm is gaining even more strength as they pick up their caps and gowns.
Bum bum bumblebee, 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 bum 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 bumble bum.
Okay, we're on. We're on.
We're on?
Yeah.
All right, hi, we are live in the Washburn Media Center in South Minneapolis, where the eye of the Class 2019 storm has hit. We're going to head into things. It's getting absolutely hectic and chaotic. We're working our way through right now, and as you can see, it is a disaster, complete chaos.
Kill
in
the
fact,
tape.
no one is powering down. I believe they are powering up. It's hard to say what's caused all this excitement, if they're just happy that things have come to a close, or if they are simply upset that their problems are in fact now their problems. Regardless, we know this is a day that will live in the infirmary. Whatever it is, they do have something to say, and they want to say it to you.
I would like to shout out Miss Webster and Miss Seifert for guiding me through my college process.
I want to give a shout out to Miss Seifert for helping me with so many different things.
I do want to give a shout out to Miss DeYoung because I had her my junior year and she was the best English teacher ever.
I want to shout out Mr. Ross Johnson because I remember I had him for social studies sophomore year and he was a great teacher.
I want to give a shout out to Miss Danny because she's the best.
I want to give a shout out to Mr. Rice.
Obviously all of them, but no, I mean, if I had to pick one, I would pick Miss Bottmiller because I've had her for 3 years now, and especially in sophomore year. I was quite a goof off, but she was never anything but nice to me.
I'll shout out Mr. Selvog. Have to be Hoagie. Hoagie was the best teacher I've ever had. Shout out to him, OG science teacher, freshman year.
I like to say Mr. John and Mr. Rist and Mr. Schmidt.
I would say Mr. Schmidt.
Mr. Johnson, Mr. Rice, and Mr. Schmidt.
To Mr. Jensen because he's a cool guy and his class is always fun. Mr. Scanlon, for sure. Also a nice guy.
I'd like to shout out Mr. Lease because he made chemistry really fun and easy.
I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Lease because instructionally he's probably like the best teacher I've had.
Mr. Lease, Mr. Savai, Mr. Edie, my best friend. Thank you, Mr. Edie.
I would like to give a shout out to Mr. Edie. He was really positive and he wrote my letter of recommendation.
Mr. Edie, because he was one of the chillest teachers I knew.
I'd give a shout out to Austin Latex because he grades all of our tests before class even ends, and I've never seen another teacher do that as quick as he does.
I want to give a shout out to Coach Bird, Galindo, and Coach Latex. All three of them have helped me in my football career and in my grades.
I'd like to give a shout out to Latex, Coach Bird, Galindo, and the janitor staff. Real cool people.
I want to give a shout out to Dennis. I see that guy working hard all the time. Whenever I see him in the hallway, he's got a big smile.
The biggest person I want to give a shout out to is Mr. Martin, because he's the one that kind of pushed me into like what I want to be like passionate about, which is music.
Mr. Maurice Johnson and Miss Lee for helping me every step of the way through life and my years at Washburn.
I want to shout out to Missy Lee because why? I think she's really sincere, honesty, humble. The nicest person that I can ever have in my life.
Would have to be Jenny, Chuck, and Big C because all of them made coming to school fun. They're very supportive and caring, and without them I don't think I'd be coming to school or care as much.
Jenny for getting me out to class on time, along with Summer.
I would love to give a shout out to Chuck in the Media Center for always helping me
do my math homework.
I want to give a shout out to Chuck because he's the best staff member, definitely. He's awesome and his music's awesome. So yeah.
I said Miss G because she helped me a lot this year. Miss Grusin, that's her name.
I want to give a shout out to Miss Leary. She helped me a lot through Spanish, and she really believed in me, which made me feel like I could really do all that. It made me believe in myself.
I want to give a shout out to Miss Leary because she was always a fun teacher and she was always very sweet, and I learned a lot in her class.
I want to give a shout out to Miss Koppel.
We want to give a shout out to Miss Koppel because she was a really great teacher for both of us.
She's my soccer coach, my advisory teacher, and my English teacher.
And we always did roses and thorns. Yeah, we love that.
I want to give a shout out to Miss Benz because she's helped me a lot with ceramics.
I want to shout out Mr. Adams, first of all, for being a great biology teacher. That class is a lot of fun.
I want to give a shout out to Mr. Hussein for always pushing us to do good and leading us to success.
I want to give a shout out to Mr. Jensen because he really helped me with my college essay, as well as Miss Mennett because they really helped me with my college essay.
Muchas gracias, Miss Arevalo, por todos estos 2 años que he estado aquí en Washburn. Usted ha sido una persona muy importante para mí, una increíble maestra. Nos ha ayudado a todos los latinos que hemos cruzado por sus clases.
Shout out Erica Lebens. She kills in the office. She's always holding it down out there. She always writing me passes, making sure I get to places on time. She'd be bringing me lunches sometimes, like during lunch, which is really nice of her since, like, I don't know, we don't know each other too well. So, I just want to shout out Erica. Thank you. Peace.
That's right, not everyone could evacuate. In fact, some of the staff had to stick around. We're going to try and speak with some of them about how this has gone. Excuse me, sir. What
Can I get back there? I'm not talking to the press. Not talking to the press.
We'll try again. We got some people right here. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm curious, what made you decide to stay and brave this storm out with all these seniors in the media center?
Truthfully, I didn't know I had another option.
No choice was in fact given.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. That's brave as well. And what about you, sir? What's that? What made you decide to stay when so many others would have walked away from the challenge that you're seeing here today?
Well, honestly, Mr. Kroll looks up to me a lot, and I knew that if I was here, it would encourage him to come and do his job properly.
That's great. Still a role model.
Always, lifelong.
Lifelong role model.
Mr. Schmidt.
I would say Mr. Schmidt because I feel like whenever we're writing in his class, it would always be something like personal and some topics that, I feel like needed to be talked about, which I really liked.
Mr. Schmidt did. He challenged me every day in class, and he also challenged me with every assignment.
Well, it's more of a dynamic duo, which would be Mr. Romo and Mr. McKenzie, because those guys gave me so much reading. Oh my God. It was a lot to manage, but I think that a lot of it was very impactful, and a lot of the TOK readings especially changed the way that I look at a lot of things. So, thanks guys.
Mr. McKenzie, he challenges me every day to do my best, so.
I would have to say Mr. Zarneski, my IB economics teacher. He pushed me in ways I've never been pushed before, and at the end, it actually made me a better student.
I would have to say Mr. Zarneski because I had a lot of assignments from him and a lot of readings, but I learned a lot in economics.
Mr. Galindo, because he's actually pretty tough on a lot of his students, but he's actually like a pretty good man. I like him, but he's a bit intense sometimes.
Third floor Schmidt, because class is always crazy, but we always get stuff done.
Mr. Miller, during the freshman year, in my freshman year class, he frustrated me the most, but he also taught me that I should be more like calm when I do stuff.
Miss Warboka, hilarious teacher, very strict, but learned a lot from her, even though I can barely understand her.
Probably Mr. Romo and TOK and IB history.
Why is that?
Because we got a lot of readings. Most of them I hopefully did, but that was just a lot of work, but he was still a super nice guy.
There aren't really any, really. I just try to do my work as much as possible
For me, I would say Miss Kelly because she was definitely one of my favorite teachers, and her class, which was IB Bio, was really challenging, but she always wanted all her students to succeed.
I would say Romo because his class is really hard and he gave us a lot of readings, but I feel really prepared for college now, and I feel like he pushed me to do my best all year.
Definitely Jenny.
Jenny, she...
I would say Jenny. She dress coded me a lot. But you know, she always kept me in check, so.
Jenny would always be on me about getting to class on time. Would always be really late, like really badly, but now, like throughout the year, she's helped me get to class, and yeah, I have to thank her for that.
Somewhere on the other, I forgot her name, they used to make me go to classes every time.
Jenny.
Thank you.
And Summer.
Thank you, Summer.
I would say Miss Kelly because last year in IB Bio, it was a really tough class, but she was a really good teacher.
I would say Miss Kelly because IB Bio was a really difficult class for me, but in the end I learned a lot, and I learned a lot of new study habits, and I think that class made me love biology and made me want to become a nurse one day.
Mr. Jumenville kind of helped us a lot, and when we were down, he was always bringing us up.
Mr. Jensen because he just caused some struggles for me, but he was always fun, and I did have a fun time in the class.
Mr. Gulliford and Mr. Selvog.
I'll say Mr. Selvog because math's probably one of my worst subjects, but he's probably the best math teacher I've had at Washburn.
Well, an AP Stats is a tough class, so I wouldn't say he created any of the struggles, but he certainly taught them. He's helped me succeed in AP Stats, so it's been a good ride.
And what's his name?
Jay Selvog.
Mr. Subur, because it was a really hard class, and it required a lot of self-teaching as well.
Mr. Olson, yeah, for sure. One of the hardest classes I've taken.
Might want to shout out Miss Seifert on that one because she, every time I go into the CCC, she has another scholarship for me to apply for, which is like, okay, I'm doing work and work and work. But I really appreciate all those opportunities and how involved she is with the students that come in there.
That was really sweet and touching. That was awesome. Thank you, seniors, for being so thoughtful and kind in your words and recognizing the humans who have helped you and taught you in the course of your school career. Thanks to Jim and Chuck for helping put this together, and don't get too complacent because the class of 2020 is coming next!
1, 2, 3, 4. Washburn Weekly.
Are you worried? Are you nervous?
I'm a little bit nervous. Are you going to play this in front of everybody?
Where
Okay.
in this area?
Okay.
Make sure you save the outtakes.
Don't save the outtakes. Okay.
You look good now.
All right, thank you. We're trying. Thanks, Chucky.
You look good too.
All I got was, you look really nervous, Mr. Please don't forget to check out with Glenda and Sherry. Can I do that again? My eyes are rolling. Yep. I felt bad.
I have to do this a couple times.
You want me to hold the thing, honey?
Yeah, I'll do it.
You sure?
Yeah, somebody hold that for you.
And you're watching the Washburn video. Yeah, oh, you're so good.
Go into a deep squat because I'm very tired now for the closing.
All right, guys. Guys, we're filming.
Whenever you're ready.
You gonna do a 3, 2, 1 count?
And I love that my former student works here.
Great job.
Great job.
Magnificent
Miller's always come back. Yeah, we're terrible. Yeah, we're terrible.